Do you have a starting pitcher for Tuesday that you can tell us?
Yes, we'll go with Hicks, and then Kate Austin probably would be the first man out of the pen, but I'll have to play it by ear.
What went into the decision for Hicks?
We just thought from a matchup standpoint, with their hitters and being pretty right-handed, especially at the top, just was a good way to start the game. Had Kate come in as a weapon for that.
Well, what's the key against? Obviously, they have a lot of power in the middle of the lineup. Just what's the key to kind of neutralizing that?
Well, it's a really good offense, and you need to try to keep them on the ground because they have a lot of power. And Condon with 25, obviously. Tate, Parks Harbor, and got a lot of power. So the key is to try to keep them on the ground and minimize free base runners, because if not, then if they do get you, it can be a 2 or 3 run home.
That series against Georgia probably feels like forever ago.
Sure does.
But what's changed with that team? How similar are they? How different are they than when you faced them earlier this season?
Well, I think they've figured out some things from the pitching standpoint. Their offense has been pretty consistent all year. We're going to get the guy we faced on Friday night back then a long time ago. It looks like he's going to be back in pitching. I think he's missed a while, so he's going to be back available and should be pretty fresh for tomorrow's game. So I think that's going to be the key, is to see how the pitching matches up.
They've certainly got their backs against the wall. Does that make a team more dangerous in your experience, or how does that approach it?
It could go either way. I mean, that's a team that knows they've got to win the tournament to get to the NCAA tournament. So you would imagine they're going to be pretty hungry and pretty feisty. So, it always, you just have to wait and see, is it a positive or negative impact?
I know you've talked about the goal of getting healthy by the time regional play starts. I guess, how do you balance that between competing in the SEC and what does it look like from the injury front going into?
Yeah, you've got to thread the needle on it. You've got to try to make sure that by next week we're healthy in all the spots we need to be healthy, especially with the key guys that have been a big part of our when we're at our best. But you also want to play the game to win. As Herm Edwards say, you play to win the game. So we're going to play to win the games and just try to do the best we can to win the game, but also make sure the guys are 100% for next week.
Is there any chance that Will Sanders can pitch at all this week during the SEC tournament?
Probably not, but we're very optimistic that he will for the NCAA tournament.
Is he? I guess he's able to keep his arm up and ready to go with.
Correct.
With just being a
Yeah, he's been throwing very regularly even since he stopped pitching in games. But he has been throwing, and his goal and our goal is that he's available for the NCAAs.
Has Noah Hall been throwing at all? Has he been doing any baseball-related things to where he may be able to come back at all this year?
No.
Wimmer obviously playing the DH role. Do you anticipate him available in any regard, kind of playing in the field?
He's the toughest decision we'll have in terms of defense, but also, because when he's out there, I think it's our best defense. He's able to be on the field. He's one of our best 9 athletes, clearly, probably our best athlete. So when he's on defense, it makes us a better team. But again, when we play the NCAAs next Friday, I want to know that he can steal bases and he can have his full range. So that's going to be one of the tougher decisions of whether to play him on defense this week or to just continue to protect him a little bit so that he's not playing at 80% come NCAA time.
Carson Horner, probably missed him in the lineup just from an on-base standpoint. Played left field late against Tennessee. Is that an option this week in Hoover?
It could be. I mean, everything's on the table at all times. Everything's on the table. But he's been out of the lineup mostly because Wimmer has had the DH, and Carson's best value to us is with the bat, not on defense. He's a little bit limited, and he's working on. He's been dealing with the foot injury for a lot of the year, so that's what's kind of kept him out of the lineup. But I agree, against right-handed hitters especially, his splits are pretty significant in terms of right versus left. He's significantly better against righties than he is lefties. So when we play a righty and Wimmer is able to be on defense, then it obviously opens up the DH spot with him as a possibility.